Canned sauces and gravies, often used for convenience in cooking or meal preparation, are deceptively dangerous for individuals with high blood pressure. While they may taste mild and seem harmless, these products frequently contain surprisingly high levels of sodium, preservatives, and flavor enhancers. The hidden nature of the sodium is particularly insidious. Unlike visibly salty foods such as chips or pickles, the salt in sauces and gravies can be consumed in large quantities without detection, leading to chronic, unnoticed elevation of blood pressure over time. The primary hazard is sodium overload. Even a small ladle of canned gravy or a tablespoon of sauce can contain hundreds of milligrams of sodium, and most people use more than a single serving at a time. Combined with other sources of sodium throughout the day, bread, cheese, processed meats, snacks, this creates a cumulative effect that is especially dangerous for people with hypertension. Repeated exposure forces the heart to work harder, increases blood volume, and promotes fluid retention, all of which exacerbate high blood pressure. Chronic consumption of these hidden sodium sources accelerates arterial stiffening, promotes left ventricular hypertrophy, and increases the risk of long-term cardiovascular events such as heart attack, stroke, and kidney disease. Canned sauces and gravies are often fortified with additional flavor enhancers, such as monosodium glutamate, MSG, hydrolyzed vegetable proteins, or other sodium-based compounds. These additives can compound the effects of salt, stimulating the sympathetic nervous system, causing transient spikes in blood pressure and promoting endothelial dysfunction. Over time, repeated exposure to both visible and hidden sodium sources accelerates vascular aging, making arteries less flexible and more prone to damage under the stress of high pressure. The combination of sodium with other unhealthy ingredients in canned sauces and gravies, such as sugar, refined starches, and sometimes saturated fats, creates a compounded cardiovascular risk. For example, cream-based or meat-flavored gravies can be calorie-dense and rich in fat, which contributes to plaque formation, inflammation, and further stiffening of the arteries. When these factors are layered on top of elevated blood pressure from sodium, the cardiovascular system experiences a multi-pronged assault that silently accelerates hypertension and heart damage over time. Habitual use of canned sauces and gravies is particularly hazardous. These products are designed for convenience, so people often rely on them daily, multiple times a week, or even multiple times per day, without realizing the hidden sodium they are ingesting. Unlike obvious salty foods, sauces are often mixed into meals, making it easy to consume excessive sodium without any immediate taste cue or sensation of saltiness. This subtle but cumulative intake quietly elevates blood pressure, creating long-term damage to arteries, the heart, and kidneys. Canned sauces and gravies also interact dangerously with other dietary patterns. Many people consume them alongside processed meats, fast foods, pasta dishes, or frozen meals, foods that are already high in sodium. This combination can lead to dangerously high daily sodium intake, compounding the risk for acute blood pressure spikes and chronic vascular damage. Even those who otherwise maintain a healthy diet can be affected if sauces and gravies are a regular part of their meals, due to the hidden, additive nature of the sodium. Another risk factor is the displacement of protective foods. Frequent use of canned sauces and gravies can reduce consumption of fresh herbs, homemade low-sodium sauces, vegetables, and other whole foods that help regulate blood pressure. By replacing nutrient-rich, potassium and magnesium-containing foods with processed, sodium-laden sauces, individuals unwittingly tip the balance toward hypertension and vascular stress, further exacerbating the long-term risk of heart disease and kidney problems. The cumulative danger of canned sauces and gravies is silent but severe. Arterial stiffening, increased cardiac workload, fluid retention, and kidney strain occur gradually, often without immediate symptoms. By the time noticeable hypertension or cardiovascular complications manifest, significant damage may have already occurred. The hidden nature of sodium in these products makes them especially treacherous, providing convenience and flavor at the expense of long-term vascular health. In conclusion, canned sauces and gravies are far more than mild flavoring agents. They are hidden, potent sources of sodium and additives that pose a serious risk for people with high blood pressure. Their habitual consumption promotes fluid retention, arterial stiffening, heart strain, and kidney stress, accelerating both short-term blood pressure spikes and long-term cardiovascular damage. For individuals managing hypertension, reliance on these products is a silent threat, requiring careful label reading, portion awareness, and ideally substitution with fresh, low-sodium alternatives to protect long-term cardiovascular health.